All right, we got this, fellas. Trust each other. And when in doubt, just give me the ball. Feel me? All right, let's go.
That sounds like a pretty good plan, I'd say. It's certainly worked for him before. Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me in the booth, as always, Clark Kellogg and the sharpshooter Steve Kerr. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And guys, checking out Joakim Noah here. What can we expect from him?
Well, the big thing with Noah, Kevin, is that he's a hustle player. He gets on the glass. He's a tremendous offensive rebounder, and his long arms allow him to block shots defensively, get out and cover pick and roll with those quick feet. So this is a player who does a lot of things well.
And that dedication also manifests itself on the court, Steve. I mean, Joe has said himself, hey, I don't have the most talent. So he's really embraced, I'm going to work harder mentality.
Well, it was the Chicago Bulls in their last game, a loss to the Lakers.
Well, they probably should have abandoned the three-point shot in that game because their percentage was terrible. But they kept firing away from long range.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I thought that was one of the things that doomed him. I mean, you can't stick with something if it's not working for you.
And a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
People have talked about the defensive renaissance in Chicago as a big part of their turnaround, and that's accurate. Bibbs has done wonders for this team defensively, but another aspect is that they've had one of the deepest benches in the league the past few years, too.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
And so it's Cleveland with it. 4-point game. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop it.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon.
Well, back to what you said, Clark, about Chicago, it is a credit to them that they've been able to constantly add or draft talent that is ready to step in for them and Steve contribute off the bench.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You think about Taj Gibson, a late first-round pick. Jimmy Butler last year really emerged as one of the best young players in the league. Great story. So terrific job by the Bulls front office in figuring out which player to take later in the first round.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Rose kicks to Butler. Pass to Boozer. Buries it down low. On defense, the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, it was a pretty close game the first time they met, but the mistakes cost them. They were very careless with the ball. They're going to have to take care of it tonight.
Now, here is Irving. 14 points from him the last game against Dallas.
He got some huge points from the foul line, too, Kevin. He was very aggressive, generating contact and drawing fouls.
Now, here's Butler, defended by Ryan. Butler dishes to Rose. He feeds it to Boozer. Defended by Bennett. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Clark, they could rewind and erase some of that sloppy play. I mean, they would have had the W.
Without question. I mean, you get rid of those turnovers and be a little sharper, but the turnover difference, too much to overcome.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. 2 on the clock. And that one's good. And it's 6 points for Derrick Rose.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Irving against Rose. Now the feed to Bennett. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
He's got a nice touch on that shot normally, but good defense there clogging the lane.
To me, one reason why Carlos Boozer is such a valuable scorer is that he can hurt you in a multitude of ways inside. He can hit the rainbow jumper of his, and when he's back to the basket, can go over both shoulders very well. He sniffed out that board and then powered it back in.
Pure Mike Clark, so strong going back up with that one.
That's exactly what he's capable of, guys. So strong. The cheers just raining down from the rafters. It's a love fest here.
It sure is. He is one popular guy. That's obvious, Steve.
Raiders, defended by Butler. The shot by Irving. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Irving's got his first points of the game. And for Boozer, you remember the story. Growing up in Alaska, his dad tied his right hand to his waist so he'd have to develop his left, and that was something that he worked on even more when he went to Duke.
Well, yeah, his left hand is fantastic. I mean, that's his preferred hand when he's finishing around the rim. A right-handed jump shooter, but anything around the basket is usually his left. So he probably owes his dad a debt of gratitude for tying him up all the time.
That's one way to put it. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Yeah, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Dang, it's in both.
Well, Luol Deng, originally from South Sudan, his family moved to London when he was a teen, and then for him, on to the United States, a worldly player for sure, and he's been involved in a lot of causes, both here in the U.S. and internationally.
In the pass to Berger. This is his first trip to the line tonight. The first one falls. Ozzy Muhammad's checked in for Noah. And so Verjao hits them both. Chicago leading by 6. Rose with the ball. Last time out he had 38 points. And Muhammad kicks to Boozer. Lets it go from 11. Second chance effort, and it's sent back by Ryan. Moving against Butler. Outside Irving. This is to Bennett. Jay, he's covered by Gang. 5 on the clock. Ryan the pass to Bennett, and it's blocked by Gang. And he recovers it. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thank you, Doris. And here is Waiters. 14 points from him the last game against Dallas. Outside Irving. Tries it from the top of the key. Again, Irving missing.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Boozer dishes to Rhodes. Outside Rhodes. Muhammad. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, the Cavs have been very mindful of remaining flexible in terms of the salary cap. And when you do this, you set yourself up to perhaps make a big splash in free agency at some point, and you know what's coming. They might have a chance to re-sign LeBron in 2014 with how their books look.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for the Cavaliers. He hits the second from the line. And that had been the rumor for a while. The Cavaliers looking to maybe mend some bridges and bring LeBron back in the mix when he gets free agency next year. Their books are certainly in order for it, Steve, and it might happen.
Hey, you never know. I mean, nobody expected LeBron to leave in the first place, so why not give yourself an opportunity? You are in his backyard in terms of LeBron's hometown, so I like what the Cavs have done. They've added young talent, but they've maintained flexibility just in case.
Here's Rose. After the made shot from Ryan. Rose kicks to Butler. Back to Rose. Shot clock at 6. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And while we can now, let's check in on the top scoring rookies in the NBA. Well, you look at Jay, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
You know, there's always some firepower in every freshman class, and even among those top guns, he's the best of the best. Certainly, he'll be an offensive force for years to come.
And I was really excited for him to get his chance to play, Steve. He has not disappointed anybody this season. He is a true talent.
To the middle, here's Zeller. Conley pulls it in.
That's what they call the $1,000,000 move with the 10-cent finish.
Tell you what, it's hard to argue with the record for Coach Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls, but the rumor mill has it that the front office hasn't been happy with how hard he's ridden his top players. Luol Deng missed time last season with the hamstring injury. Joakim Noah came down with plantar fasciitis. Hey, those things happen, and I'm not quite sure you can put that at the feet of Tom Thibodeau.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. There's the pass to Ryan. There's the three. Cleveland gets it back. On the wing, Irving. Cleveland moving the ball around. Stolen by Rose. And dang, here we go. Here's Irving, averaging 18 points a game. Jay. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And that's now 6 points for Jay. And going back to Tom Thibodeau and that minutes load on his guards, it seems it's getting harder for players to weather big minutes, Steve, these days.
I think it's going to be really interesting going forward to see this Bulls team this year and beyond. Will that wear them down? Their guys played too many minutes. They've had a lot of injuries. I think it's time to scale back a little bit on the minutes played. Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Irving passes to Zeller, kicks it to Waiters. Zeller setting the pick for Waiters. Pass to Zeller to the inside. It's stolen by Dang. And it's Rose penetrating, feeds it to Muhammad, and stolen by Zeller. He lobs it up. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
The alley-oop is such a fun play to watch, but when it doesn't convert, it's probably the wrong choice.
I guess that makes that one a terrible choice.
Now here's Rose. 8 points for him. Butler dishes to Boozer. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from 19. Can't get it to go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Stolen by Boozer. Dang kicks to Boozer. And he jams it with authority.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Turning defense and pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about. Good job.
Ryan, Webster covering. Outside Jack. Felix. Back to Jack. 6 to shoot. They set the pick. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the Jay.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
So for Chicago right now, Dang out there at Noah. Then it's Webster. Then it's Marcus Teague. Now here's Noah, averaging 9 points per contest. Snell. Some solid defense from Ryan.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Outside Jet. He passes to Zeller. Jay. Leads him in there. A nice shot by Zeller. And now it's just a 4-point Chicago lead.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And now in transition is Jack. Here we go. And the jam by Tyler Zeller.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yes, beautiful transition point after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
And it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Here's Teague. The Cavaliers making the shot. He dishes it to Webster. Snell. And nothing is falling for him right now. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Steve, you like groove, don't you?
I do. I love groove, Kevin, and I love the attack mode this team is in, too. I mean, they're really getting into the paint. They're getting whatever they want offensively.
The Bulls have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second.
Now we've got a moment to see how the Bulls are doing rank-wise in the NBA. First in rebounding, third in shooting percentage. And they also show up as a team in the top 5 in scoring. Boy, this team is balanced and versatile offensively.
And probably what impresses me the most part, out of all those stats you're talking about, is the rebounds per game, because this is a team that has become very physical. They'll put a body on you, and they'll really dominate the paint if you don't stand up to the task and really attack them back.
Here's T. After the made shot from Ryan. Snell, defended by Ryan. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Bulls lead by 2. Cleveland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And Jack, here we go. Now Myers, averaging 6 points per contest. Varejao can't hit.
He's been anything but his usual self. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, startling that he'd even try that right now.
Here's Teague. He's got 6. Snell shoots. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. He has 6. Cleveland's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Jack with it, picked up by Teague. Pass to Ryan. Picked by Varejao. Rockets it. We're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I was going to cut him. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, Jay in that last game against the Mavericks got the job done. He ended up with 56 points and was just filling up the stat sheet every way he could, coming away from the contest with a 5-5-5. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game you'll always remember.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, Clark, I thought was truly incredible.
Absolutely. I mean, he did the work of several players in that game. He really didn't need much support at all.
But they shouldn't count on that type of performance again tonight. His teammates need to be prepared to carry a little bit more of a load. Well, Kevin, probably his greatest value lies in his tremendous three-point shooting. When he's out on the perimeter, it gives them the ability to really stretch the defense out.
And the consistency of his jump shot is another thing we should say about him. I mean, it doesn't matter how many defenders are flying at him, his stroke is never changing.
Carlos Boozer's checked in for the Bulls. All free throws good for Ryan. Now here's Rose. 8 points for him. Outside Butler. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
Jimmy Butler was the last pick of the first round back in 2011 by the Bulls. And Last season, I tell you what, he really solidified his place in the rotation, guys. He's still developing his outside shot, but he brings an awful lot to light to the table.
Passes it to Ryan. Back to Irving. Irving gets a screen from Ryan. Irving passes to Ryan. Verizard trying to free himself up. Rejected by Dunleavy.
This is really ugly, guys. I mean, he can't get anything to go.
Goes off a bit from Dang. Boozer with the screen for Rose. And for Jimmy Butler, what a story. Abandoned as a child, bounced around from home to home. One coach would take him in, another family would take him in. It was a very tough upbringing down in the Houston area. He overcame tremendous odds. And to be where he is today with the great attitude after a short time at Marquette, it speaks volumes of his play.
Well, it sure shows in his play, doesn't it? I mean, just the way he hustles and draws fouls, rebounds, defends. He can guard multiple positions out there. I just love his overall game and his toughness and what he brings to this team.
Foul coming that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that. Another shot from outside. They're not attacking. I mean, going in and seeking contact like they did in the first one, I'm not seeing that.
Well, you can't play the score. I mean, you've got to play the game, and I think they've got to continue to attack. You're right, Clark. Got to mix it up a little bit.
Bulls making the switch here. Muhammad's checked in. And it's Miles missing. Chicago leading. Butler attacking. And Anthony Bennett looks up for foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
Boozer dishes to Rose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Let's take a look at the players that have been grabbing rebounds in bunches to lead the NBA over the last 10 games. Well, you look at Jay, a terrific rebound, 5th overall.
Boy, that's a bunch of caroms, boy, for a 10-game stretch, Kevin. I mean, the opponents he's faced, it's not like they've all been bad rebounding teams either. That makes it even more impressive what he's done on the board.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the board.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
And so it's Cleveland with it, trailing by 4. You know what? Some solid defense from Butler.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
A different look now for Cleveland. Karsov comes in for Bennett. And Dion Waiters subbed in for C.J. Myers. On defense, Cleveland. A minute 20 left in the first half. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. 2-on-1 as they jump out in the paint.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. You had to go for it, didn't you?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Muhammad, he started by Verizard. Knocks it loose. Now, Cleveland moving it up. And in the pass to Irving. And it's blocked by Rose.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the board.
Yeah, both teams have really put in a terrific effort down low.
And Dunleavy gets it to go in.
Well, you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Irving kicks to Carson. Ryan, defended by Butler. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. Dunleavy dishes to Rose. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Now it's a 7-point Bulls lead. There's 14 seconds left in the first half. The pass to Ryan. They set the pick. With 4 seconds on the clock, goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Dunleavy.
Boy, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot to like on that play.
Free throw off from Ryan. He gets it up. No good. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Bulls lead by 5. Stay right where you are for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll see you in just a bit for the start of the second half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And it's halftime. I'm Damon Bruce. An excellent game going on at Quicken Loans Arena. Chicago with the lead against Cleveland. With 2 quarters left to play, they've been an offensive juggernaut, scoring with impunity. We've seen Derrick Rose scoring effortlessly against the Cavaliers D. Consistent shooting from the field, making well over 65% of his shots. Not a lot of guys put up a half a basketball like that. And still hanging in there, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hard to find a lot to like about their performance so far. They'll need to pay much better attention in the second half to the details. The details. Kyrie Irving off to a rough start. The flavor for that first half, brickalicious. He'll have to improve. And that's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, who are all ready with the call in the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go. Having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And Steve and Clark and I are refreshed and ready to go here as well.
Check out the game for Jay. He's got 16 points, but he's been a brick wall today with all those blocks.
As he up, he's really making him think twice about putting the ball into the middle.
Inside, it's Curry and Dozier. Drew out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's G in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. So it's Chicago now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Poke loose. Irving with it. Pass Durant. For the lead. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helping get his team into the position they're in right now.
Now here's Butler. He kicks it to Boozer. Dish now to Rose. 4 on the shot clock. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Guys, Derrick Rose is a native son of Chicago. He grew up in the dangerous Inglewood neighborhood, the youngest of 4 brothers. But from very early on, his talent for the game was apparent. And those older brothers of his, they shielded him and protected him like an ember of hope for the entire family. And he certainly has allowed his light to shine bright.
And Rose drops them both. And Clark, back to Rose, the city of Chicago, as you expected, has embraced him. It's interesting, Steve, to be a high pick, but drafted by your hometown team. The pressure was pretty interesting.
I love at the United Center when they introduce him, they just say, from Chicago, Derrick Rose. But, with all the attention he gets, he's a very private and reserved person. There's a lot of respect amongst his teammates because he just handles himself with such class.
Here's Rose, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Outside Rose, he feeds it to Dang. Stolen by Myers. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Irving's got the ball. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Cavaliers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. And when you look at the numbers, impressive.
And guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year. One thing people kind of forget about with Irving is that in addition to all the skills he has at the point guard spot, he's a pretty physical point guard. He's well put together and can muscle it up with about any defender he faces.
Both free throws good for Irving. And for Irving, with his size and good athleticism, the potential is there to be a very good defensive player as well.
I think that's an area where he himself, Kevin, has acknowledged that he has some work to do. He's been focused so much on his offensive game, but now is the time to take that next step and become a real solid two-way player.
Just 4 to shoot. Takes a shot at the elbow. Rose, good. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
Rose can really turn it on at times.
There is Zhao with a screen on Rose. Irving gets a screen from Bennett, and it's blocked by Tang.
Now still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3 even before that miss.
Good on the shot. And it's 6 points for Carlos Boozer.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
Outside Irving. And there's the feed to Miles. Back to Irving. Off target with his 3.
You know, they haven't been able to open up a big lead, but the rebounds are starting to add up for them. They may be able to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they've been doing the dirty work inside, Steve, playing a very tough brand of basketball.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. High, arcing shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am. You know, Joakim Noah, part of those back-to-back championship teams at Florida, 2006 and 7, was kind of skinny in college in his first years in the league. But he's done a really good job of adding muscle to his frame. That work in the weight room and in his basement have served him well.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Jack's checked in. Oh, free throws good for Mike. And with the big minutes that Joakim Noah is asked to play, it's a good thing he's been so dedicated to staying in shape.
He's another player, Kevin, who does yoga in the offseason. He's even trained with big wave surfers in Hawaii, going underwater with weights in his hands, doing jumping and running. Pretty interesting training regimen, but of course, he's a very interesting guy.
Pretty wild, huh? Now here's Noah, trying his luck deep. It's rebounded by Ryan. Jay's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. No good from Jack.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
There's the steal. Ryan. And the powerful one-handed slide.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And front power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Here's Rose. He's got 16. Chicago calls timeout.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
And here are the Bulls now. It's a 3-point game. They recover. Noah slams it home for the putback.
Showing us a little force on that putback there.
Well, there was no way he was going to let that chance slip away.
No, sir.
Now, you got to love his positioning as the shot went up. He anticipated that play.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. A nice shot by Irving.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Rose with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Rose passes to Day. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
And Kevin, while we have a moment here, let's take a look at the Bulls and see where they ranked over the last month in the NBA stats. First in three-point shooting. Second in assists. And they're ranked 3rd overall in team offense. This is a team that knows how to put the ball in the basket, and really that's their strong suit.
And you look at those numbers, and what obviously stands out is first in the league in three-point shooting. That's amazing. They've just done a nice job of spacing the floor, getting good looks for their shooters out there, and really passing the ball unselfishly.
Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Offensive rebound. There is Zhao. Great defense that time from Noah. Bulls trail by 3. And Jay gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Bulls making a switch here. Cleveland on defense. And the basket by Webster.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target. They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
And here's Rose. 16 points for him. Snell defended by Bennett. Tipped away. Shot clock at 6. It's 2-on-1. All in the pass to Jack. And he finishes the break as a lane. Now it's a 5-point Cavalier lead. All right, well, look at how the hustle game now has been going for the Cavaliers.
Well, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen really a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Bennett setting the pick for Irving. Down low, Bennett. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists tonight.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. And defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Now here's Webster. Outside Dan. Dishes to Noah. 6 to shoot. Puts it up from 7. That's good. Noah's got 4 points in the quarter. And let's use this break to check out a group of the NBA's best defenders recently. The shooting guards averaging the most steals per game for the past month. Well, you look at Jay, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
You know, he's often forced to guard the opponent's top player on the perimeter, and still he's made his way all the way up there on the steals list.
Yeah, he enjoys those challenges. Loves them, as a matter of fact. I mean, he wants those tough assignments, and he is really active defensively. Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Rose gets to Webster. Back to Rose. Bulls moving the ball around. Dang dishes to Noah. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Bennett. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 15-6 run. Jack gets a screen from Bennett. Here's Ryan. And another 3 for Cleveland.
They're showing some kind of killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. So it's Chicago now. They trail by 11.
Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
Irving with the ball. Now guarded by Webster. There is Zhao. Passes to Bennett. Passes it to Ryan. Outside Jack. Launches it. And they turn over the 21st-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Cleveland, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, the Chicago Bulls. They're right in 3rd place now.
I think for the Bulls, they're not just a pleasant surprise this year, Steve. They're a huge surprise.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who picked them to make this kind of noise from the beginning of the year. They've had a phenomenal run.
Rose with the ball, and it's Waiters picking him up. Here's Muhammad, and the layup's good off the glass. Muhammad's got 7.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Waiters passes to Ryan. Kicks to Waiters. He passes to Ryan. Wide open look. And again, it's Cleveland.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on it, he's been giving them medicine.
Goes off the book for Muhammad. Rose goes in. He used that pick to get in close. 18 points for him.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Feeds it to Bennett. Chicago grabs the miss. Gibson's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Outside Rose. Again, Chicago.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
I think when you look at Derrick Rose, the most intimidating thing about him is his elite speed. But you also have to consider his size. He's well put together, about 6'3", maybe just a shade over 200 pounds. He is a handful when he's coming at you fast with that strong body and explosiveness.
And here are the Bulls now. The Cavaliers making the shot. Wide open. They get it back. And it's blocked by back. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Now look at the Cavaliers' upcoming schedule. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that will be the 3rd of 5 straight played at home. We've got 1:23 left in the 3rd quarter. And Clark, you mentioned the size of Derrick Rose. 6'3", not just a speedster, but the combination of quickness and power. I've always thought that, Steve. He goes in there, and he would be a very tough guy to try to stop when he's got a full head of steam.
No question.
Oh, wow.
He's coming at you with that burst and the strength. That's why he's so overpowering as a point guard.
I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw, the defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
And here are the Cavaliers now. The Bulls getting the bucket. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. They host the Clippers after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. That free throw good from Ryan.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half has been nothing but success for them there.
And their confidence has to just continue to go up the longer their perfection continues.
Carlos Boozer's checked in for Nazr Mohammed. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
It's really quite surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, it's not typical. I mean, they have been really dominant on the glass.
Now here's Rose. He's got 20. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Well, he had a lot of success at the free throw line in their last game.
He really did. He didn't waste any of those chances when he got them.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
Good on the 2nd free throw. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Waiters, averaging 9 points per contest. And that one's good by G.
This is incredible. It's been a 3-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Here's Rose. Rose with another miss. From 15 feet away, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Cavaliers on top. They're up by 10. And
this Friday night, January 24th. The Milwaukee Bucks hit the road for a duel with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Live from Quicken Loans Arena. Don't miss it.
And the final period of play just about to start. Bulls trail by 10. So for Chicago right now, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler at the back. Carlos Boozer out there with Dang. And it's Dunleavy in at the small forward spot. Rose up on top, defended by Waiters. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
The free throw off from Boozer. The Cavaliers leading by 8. To the paint, G, defended by Butler. So against the whistle, contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Really an extraordinary game for G. He has 12 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
And the second free throw, good. Bulls trail by 9. Rose kicks to Butler. He dishes it to Dunlap for 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Bergeron's got 7 rebounds in the game. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year.
Well, no doubt the Milwaukee fans want to see the Bucks take that game.
Shot clock at 6. And Waiters kicks to G. The pass to Bennett. Takes it from 10. That misses off the backboard. The Bulls shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Back to Dunn. Outside Rose. Butler dishes to Rose. And again, no good by Chicago. Bergeron with a screen on back. And that one's good. That's 36 points for James.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
Pass to Bennett. Passes it to Ryan. From outside the arc. And another 3 for Cleveland.
That's more like it. It's 9 points for him coming off 3-pointers in this half.
Bulls trail by 14. Boozer with the screen for Rose. Up off the screen. Power down with both hands. That's a mammoth dunk for someone who's far from the biggest guy out there on the floor.
Yeah, perhaps that'll give them the boost they're looking for to get out of the hole here.
Yeah, it should. I mean, if that doesn't fire them up, I don't know what will.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. The basket counts and one. They're going to go on with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
You know, it's really hard to say that Lady Luck hasn't been smiling on the Cavs in the past few years. LeBron was lost a few years back, but ever since then, they've had tremendous luck in the NBA draft lottery and had the first overall pick in 2 of the last 3 years.
Joakim Noah, who's checked in for the Bulls. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Boozer passes to Rose. Stolen by Waiters.
inside Irving. The pass to Ryan. Back to Irving. Irving gets a screen from Bennett. Irving attacking. It's all in by Luol Deng. Deng's got his 5th rebound in this one. Going back to what you said about the Cavs, great luck for them indeed with 2 number 1s in 3 years. That's definitely how you turn a franchise around.
Well, you got to make sure you hit on those draft picks. And as of right now, I would say only Kyrie Irving is a sure thing. Deion Waiters, the jury's still out. Tristan Thompson looks like a nice player. He's getting better. And we'll find out with Anthony Bennett.
Cleveland leading by 14. Ryan the pass to Waiters. Good on the triple.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
Lazy perimeter defense, Clark. You got to take the shooter's airspace away from him.
Deng with the screen for Butler. Back to Boozer. Pass to Rose. Rejected by Irving. But they'll get another chance. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, and again, Chicago, no good. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and incredible alley-oop jam.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
What about the finish? Bring it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. He put it on an absolute platter for him.
Noah with a screen on Irving. Rose goes in. They need this. It's rebounded by Ryan.
He's not a guy they're going to be able to count on the way he's playing in this quarter.
Irving gets a screen from Varejao. Irving passes to Ryan. Back to Irving. The three. And the shot is good. Irving's got 14 points now in the second half.
Seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his 5th foul.
Well, one more, and that's it. He'll be DQ, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
Now Rose. Back to Noah. Lock at 6.
Now, the defense struggled in the first half, but you can see they've come out much more focused here in the second.
Irving drives in. Pass to Ryan. Launches a 3. Fires for 3. And the shot is good. Jay's got it at 44.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Ryan. Irving against Rose. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Ryan the pass to Irving. And that one's good.
And I'll say this about him, Kevin. I mean, it looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just bounce off him when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
And, you know, he is an extremely skilled player attacking off the dribble, too. I mean, he's got a great pull-up jumper as well, Steve.
On its way from Rose for 2. Misses off the left iron.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points. Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
He kicks to Butler. There's the dish to Boozer. He feeds it to Rose. To end the drought. Gets the bucket. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
My, he is so adept at finishing in the low post.
Now, here is Irving. Waiters with the ball. Noah with the block. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And here they come. Up the floor. Verjão's shot is good.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Outside Rose. The feed to Dang. Back to Rose. This one for 3. Gets it to go. Rose has got 16 points here in the second half.
They're simply living and dying from behind the arc in this second half. And I don't think that's the way to go here. They're trailing. The three-point shot can be used. They've got to balance it out.
And Waiters kicks to Verjão. It's hauled in by Noah. Noah's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Rose dishes to Noah. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, guys, when Noah came out of Florida, most people viewed him as just an energy guy or a role player, but I tell you what, I always saw him as a highly skilled player. He could pass it, he could put it on the floor, was smart defensively. He's shown that he can anchor a defense, and he contributes double-doubles on a nightly basis.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. And he's good on the second. You know, for Noah Clark, as you were talking about, not just an energy guy, but Stevie's a good ball handler. And he's a really good passer for one thing. You know, atop the circle, he's got a great view of the floor, and he really can find the guy.
Yeah, well, it's so important these days to be able to make plays off of screening rolls for a big guy to be able to catch at the foul line off that drop pass and then either score or find another shooter on the perimeter. Noah is good as anybody at that.
The Bulls making a switch here. Murphy's checked in. Here's Clark. Soft touch off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Teague against Jack. Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Pass Durant. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
T kicks to Dunleavy. Shoots a fader. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Boy, what a throwdown after doing a great job to corral the rebound.
Well, you know, there aren't that many players with a better nose for the ball than him.
Agreed. And with the D always scattered after an offensive rebound, he knows exactly how to get that to work for him.
Passes to Ryan. Dishes it to Zeller. The jump hook. Can't hit. And the Bulls going the other way now. And here is Gibson. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Snell, defended by Zeller. Gets it to go. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Jack. Jack gets a screen from Clark. Floats one. Jack's shot is good.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
T kicks to Gibson. Back to T. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. 6 on the shot clock. The baseline J. Some solid defense from Ryan. Cleveland's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Jack passes to Zeller. Jay. They set the screen. Gives him the lead pass. Comes up empty down low.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But, Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
jacks up a three. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. I mean, they have to get a hand in his face.
Balanced scoring, Clark and Steve, for him. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score it. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar. Right, Steve?
And pass the cream, too. I mean, while you're at it. I mean, this has been something to watch. I mean, just everybody getting involved.
And Cleveland can just let the clock run down here. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Now it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, James